Welcome to Map Room Gaming for RPG Day 2017, Day 2. Today's question is, what is an RPG that you would like to see published? For me, there are two elements that make an RPG, and these can be broken down to even smaller elements. But in terms of big picture, there are two elements, rules and setting. To try and answer today's question about the kind of game I wish existed, I first want to talk about the setting. One thing you need to know about me, I am a huge history buff, so when I think of RPGs that I really want to play, I tend to think about what historical period I want to play in. Of course, I want to add in the magical and the supernatural and play sort of the movie version where the main characters are these action heroes that, find a way to win while sticking to their heroic morals. But ultimately, it always starts off with history. The first historical era that I'd like to play in that I don't see in a lot of existing RPGs is the American Civil War. I love, the Jules Verne story of the blockade runners, which is, the naval side of the Civil War. And, the film Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter shows how the supernatural could be brought into this setting, and I think that would end up working really well. Another era that I would love to see adapted into an RPG is the American Revolution. I've actually kind of tried to adapt this on my own with, using All for One Regime Diabolique as the core, trying to create a American Revolution meets the supernatural setting that I'd actually really love to play someday, but I'd also really like to see a professional game designer take a crack at something like this. The last subject that I would like to see explored in an RPG is the world of Cold War espionage. Specifically, I'd like to see a game set in the early 1960s that draws in, James Bond and Mission Impossible and Man from U.N.C.L.E. and The Avengers. The 1960s spy version, not the blockbuster Marvel movie. This could even mix in a little Get Smart for some levity, and it would be a really fun setting. It would encourage role-playing, and also provide a lot of opportunity for combat and action and all of that stuff. So that answers in terms of what setting I would like to see an RPG in. And the other half of an RPG is the rule set itself. For these kinds of historical settings, I really only have one choice for my preferred rule set, and that is the Ubiquity system from Exile Game Studio, which I mentioned yesterday. I really enjoy this particular rule system for a number of reasons, and honestly I feel like it's actually at its best when you're doing a real-world sort of historical setting with those sort of more fantastic sci-fi elements tacked on. So, that's my response for Day 2 of RPG Day 2017. If you liked what I had to say, please like and subscribe and come back tomorrow for Day 3, where I will answer the question, how do I find out about new RPGs?